In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. It is that same idea of creation, the idea of Berea. So that if you look into the book of formation, it actually shows you how everything came into existence and actually puts it on an elemental scale, using the Hebrew letters from the primordial letters into secondary and tertiary letters that built forth the harmonical system that we use today. Now, the debris that we speak forth is like a code within a computer that is not put within the exact code that was spoke within creation. If you start to learn it in the Hebrew, and the idea that you can see this, so an example is the cherubim in heaven and also at the Holy Temple Mount. They constantly say prayers. So they say the Shema, Shema Israel, Yochiv Yachavaya, Bekol Erecha, Bekol Meyodka, Bekol Nefishka, to love God with all your heart, your mind, and your soul. But even the ideas and the principles that were set forth and forward had a Jewish mother that taught them the principles from the Nefesh, the Ra, the Nashima, and the Yachadai. And so taking it to a new level of that understanding and building that up. So that when you come and you look through the instruction that came from David, from Solomon, it actually is also given forth in family instructions that came from Abraham. If you look into it, what you find is that all of the religions around the world are interconnected from Abraham and have the source set forth from Elohai Abraham, who came from Ur. Now, Ur actually was what you see from ancient Mesopotamia, and Terah, his father, was the creator of idols. He knew all of the different names and understanding of God from ancient Mesopotamia. So they had that study from all of these different religions and cultures and brought them back into the Holy Land. And the idea to go forth into all nations, preaching the gospel and receiving the divine grace that comes forth from God, and understanding that His Word is sweeter than honey, and it was given forth through the Word of God. They even teach the children by putting honey upon the Torah scrolls, so that when they have it, it is actually a parallel that comes from Ezekiel, who is actually one of the more humbling prophets, which showed the sweetness of the Word of God, that when we look at the Word of God, we are able to have that. Now, when it says that He was taken up on a chariot to heaven, that is the Makaba, the idea that He walked with God. But He said they don't understand, open their eyes. And so He opened their eyes and their ears when He spoke to one of the disciples He had, and He saw the angels around Him. But it is a principle. See, Zadif is where you end up getting king of righteousness. Melchizedek is a principle of God. Michael is who is like unto God.